The NHL is terrified of Matthew Schaefer after having an unbelievable start to his NHL career. The kid is breaking records, tying some old ones, and so much more. We are going to break down everything Matthew Schaefer and the New York Islanders coming up on this episode of Hattrick HQ. So without further ado, let's get right into this because Matthew Schaefer has been shocking many people here this season. I mean, last season, what we seen with Lane Hutson at the defensive position, we thought we would never see that again from a rookie. We are seeing it from another rookie defenseman, and he is only 18 years of age. Matthew Schaefer is defying the odds. Roll the highlight package because this guy last night against the San Jose Sharks, it was Schaefer versus Celebrini, a very highly anticipated matchup for a lot of NHL fans. The kid showed up in a very big way for the Isles. Taking a look here from Jay Fresh, he said he continued his strong start to his rookie campaign with a goal and an assist last night. A 54% expected goal share at 5v5, which is crazy from a defenseman, I might add. And he says the 18-year-old leads Isles defensemen in goals, assists, points, time and ice, goal for percentage, and expected goals for percentage. I mean, what else could you ask from Matthew Schaefer here? A lot of people going into the draft and going into this season, we weren't really expecting this out of Matthew Schaefer. I mean, a lot of people still had their question marks on the injury, if he was still the same player. And boy, is he ever the same player, and much more here in New York. This guy is showing out in Long Island in a big way. A team that has been needing this star player and a star young player for years and years, and they finally have it here with Matthew Schaefer. And it's not just this game that he dominated in. He's been dominating in every game. He has 7 points through his first 6 games. That is over a point per game player for an 18-year-old kid, having 2 goals and 5 assists for 7 points. He has been showing up, like I said, in a big way for this team, and he's doing this all on the second pairing as well, which, is great to see. He's not quite on the top pairing. He still is logging a lot of minutes every night for this team, and I think Islanders fans, they're happy where they are right now. I mean, they are currently at the bottom of their division, but they're 3-3. It's an even start to the year. It's only early. They can pick up and maybe try to fight for a wild card spot, and a big piece of that is going to be Matthew Schaefer and his continued success here in an Islanders uniform. He leads rookies in points right now, 2 points over Demidov and Bennett Seneca. Also Emmett Finney as well, a guy who showed up in a big way for the Detroit Red Wings. We've talked about here on the channel extensively, but looking right now that Matthew Schaefer is looking like the clear Calder favorite at this point. Yes, it is early, but from what we're seeing from him on the nightly basis, there's no doubt in my mind that this guy is going to be up there. I think it's going to be between him and Demidov in my minds, but we have seen Finney and Seneca pick it up in a big way as well. But Schaefer obviously getting a lot more minutes, getting a lot more touches every night, and I mean, he just looks like he's a great quarterback on the offense at 5v5. I mean, looking at the expected goal percentage over 50% last night, I mean, that's really good. I mean, obviously, he's on the ice for 2 goals, or 1 goal, 1 assist. So, being involved in those goals, I do mean, and just being involved in goals and being able to create these chances for your teammates. This is a thing that the Islanders have been missing from the back end. Now they definitely have it with Matthew Schaefer. Something else to take into note with Matthew Schaefer is that he's now tied with Marek Zidlicki. Haven't heard that name in a while, have we? For the longest point streak to begin a career by an NHL defenseman at 6 games. Yes, starts his career on a 6-game point streak as well. The kid's hot. There's no doubt about it. He's been wanting to get back on the ice. He missed the end of the year last year in the juniors, and I know he's been working hard to get back to where he is, and it looks like he's been working even harder to become a better player, and that's the type of work ethic you want to see out of an 18-year-old kid. He wants to be the best defenseman in the league, and, who knows, in a couple years' time, him and Lane Hutson are going to be battling for the North, I think, in a few years' time. But obviously, a great record to tie here. If he gets 1 point in his next game, he will break that record, and he will hold that record as a rookie defenseman. He also is the youngest defenseman in NHL history to score a game-winning goal at 18 years, 46 days. that's going to be a tough one to top, I would say, because, you're draft eligible when you turn 18. He's only 46 days past turning 18. So that's going to be a tough record to beat. And it's a great record to hold and a great, obviously, boost for Matthew Schaefer going forward, holding a record only 6 games into his NHL career. Also, if we take a look here for the most points from an 18-year-old defenseman in a season in the salary cap era, the most is 44 by Rasmus Dahlin. Great player there. A list of great players. Drew Doughty, Hannafin, Cam Fowler, Aaron Ekblad. You see Matthew Schaefer on that list at 7 points. He's only played 6 games so far in his NHL career. If he can get up to 45 points, he will be the youngest defenseman in the salary cap era at the age of 18 to have the most points, which obviously is going to be big for him. So great stuff coming out of Matthew Schaefer here early in his career. I mean, this kid just looks amazing. He's putting himself in positions. He's not afraid to pinch up, but he's not pinching up enough to where it's hindering the team at all. And I think that's the reason why he's been so successful, because he can hold the line, he can get it done defensively in his own end himself, but he can also create those scoring chances, crash the net if he needs to, and put the puck in the back of the net. And from what we're seeing early on, he might not be as flashy as a guy like Lane Hutson, but he is getting the job done. His passing, his vision, his just IQ in his defensive end to step up, lift the stick, take the puck, dump it down the boards. We've seen that multiple times. I think that's is way better than, not having that and being more offensive. I think he's more looking like a two-way puck mover type guy right now. He's having, yes, he has had lapses, but we did see in a game the other night where he went full layout, trip, took the penalty, but he got the stick on the puck. So I think this is a big news for the Islanders fans, and I think Islanders fans are really excited. They weren't really knowing what to expect with Matthew Schaefer going into this season, and what they've seen from him so far, they're very excited, and there's only more to come from Matthew Schaefer. I mean, looking at the team leaders right now, Bo Horvat, 7 points, Matthew Schaefer, 7 points. The kid comes into this lineup at 18 years old and is tied for points on his team, beating rookie defenseman points, and he's also second in points by a defenseman under Cale Makar at 8 points, which is also a huge stat to behold. I mean, Cale Makar, that's a big guy. That's a big name. Maybe the best defenseman in the league, depending on who you ask. So being 1 point under him this early in the season is good company to be in, no doubt about that. And he also went to the media last night. He said, "I love this place. Let's go Islanders, baby." He is fired up to be in Staten Island. He's fired up to be an Islander, and it's showing. He's just he's accomplished his dream of getting to the NHL. He's enjoying every second of it, but he's also working hard to become a better player, and that is what we want to see. The defenseman position, there are a lot of great young players, and boy, aren't we blessed to see another one enter the league in Matthew Schaefer. And like I said, the Islanders right now at the bottom of the Metro, but it's only a couple points. They're at 6. The tie for first right now is 10 points, so they can string a few wins together. They can bump back up in this table, get in the middle, and hopefully that this team can get back to the playoffs. I know it's something that Islander fans have been waiting for. Kind of, it's kind of a weird position right now. Do they rebuild? They have a really good goalie. They have a really good young player right now, so it's going to be interesting to see what moves that they do make throughout this season to see if they can compete, or maybe they kind of sell a little bit to try to go after the Gavin McKenna sweepstakes, because a lot of people are going to be wanting to go after that young guy. There's no doubt about that, but I want to hear your guys' thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on Matthew Schaefer right now? And as comparing to Matthew Schaefer and Lane Hutson, I want to know in the comment section. There might be some debate down here who you would rather have on your team. Are you rather taking 18-year-old Matthew Schaefer, or are you taking Lane Hutson? Let me know down below in the comment section. But if you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Around the road for 20K here, so appreciate it. If you're not subscribed already and you want to stay up to date on all the hockey around the NHL, around the world, we're home for it here on YouTube. But as always, I've been your host, KC. Keep your stick on the ice.